Hi, my name is Giuseppe Getto, and I'm going to be reading a couple poems from my new chapbook out from Finishing Line Press called Familiar History. First poem is called Agricultural. First, the starlings will take flight, rippling like twists of dark into the horizon on which they balance. The tension of wind breaks west, where the high road had washed out years earlier. Near flattened tires that hold down brown stems of the haylage pit you could smell for miles, a hand had pissed on the electric fence out of sheer stupidity, or the need to feel touched by fire from the inside out. My father compares the scream to a sparrow caught in a fan belt. Mud-caked, he breaks in his wobbling gait from the diversion ditch, from where he couldn't have heard, unless the wind caught the sound and carried it over a mile. From fields gone fallow for years, I trudge uphill, sinking clear to my socks in alkaline dirt, and squint into the same sun, remembering only the way he took the man's hands to lift him gently from the billowing dust. Years later, I find my father and the loader filling in the drain ditch at the north end, and past him the alien slopes covered in sawgrass, and no house yet. My mother tells me it's a bridge to get to his concubine, and not to water the lawn. In the fields, alfalfa makes its long green rope behind the swather, and ducks circle toward the riverbank as the blades eat their nests. Behind him in the cab, in the noise and heat, I wait for either of us to say anything. Second poem is called The Zen of Death and Dying. Out past etched white salt flats and the open ranges, the dead brush grids moonlight, spotlight, less than second hand in what's left. Wind strays in after registered movement, tracking without prospect. I unwind like an impossible sunlight trajectory from under a wool blanket in the bed of the pickup to find cold distance gleaming back. Cloud striated stars. When I tell him I don't want to do it because the sky is watching, my first cousin's mullet-haired boyfriend will look at me hard from whooping to say, beautiful. Years later, on my way back to the ranch, I see one on the highway in its dark red life and go back to check. Not static enough. Thunderheads that night bring down power lines across from the front pasture, and next morning magpies descend like heliotropic snowflakes. Christmas Eve falls on no trace of the last cord connecting stimulus to stimulus, or night swept clean. Before any of that, I'll lean close to the long, still ears, in case they still conduct somewhere, and whisper, doesn't that feel good? Snow has already begun to fall. Noon is gray. The clouds hanging snuff out everything. Again, my chapbook is Familiar History. It's out currently from Finishing Line Press. Thanks a lot.